What do our bodies do to combat the heat in North Alabama and southern Tennessee in the summertime? Well, that's the question, and that's what we're talking about. Anello answers it today. They sweat, but I promise it's not as gross as it sounds. All right, our normal body temperature is 98.6 degrees, and our bodies like to stay there. So when we get too hot, we start to put water on our skin to sweat. But exactly why does that help thermodynamically? Well, that's a great question, and it's one of my favorite things to talk about. When we take water and we move it from a liquid state into a gaseous state, it releases heat. Now, it pushes the heat out of the air and sucks it out of our skin, which leaves us feeling cooler. And this has a very special name. It's called evaporative cooling. It's also used in evaporative coolers that they often use on the West Coast or in the Midwest in place of air conditioning units that cool us through that evaporation. The trick in the Southeast is when we have muggy conditions and the air is already holding a lot of water, it's hard for it to absorb more, so we don't evaporate as much of that liquid out into the air, which leaves us feeling sticky and muggy because our sweat just stays on our skin. Now, this is a sample. This is not truly what we'll see, but for the purposes of this, note that we would be able to evaporate that liquid sweat on Friday with lower humidity dew point levels, much better than we would be able to on Saturday with much higher humidity dew point levels. So when we're very, very muggy here in the Southeast, it makes it hard for that evaporative cooling to really occur, meaning that it's harder for our bodies to naturally cool down. That's all for Anello Answers It this week. If you have a weather question, be sure to email it to me at gianello@waytv.com because I would love to hear from you.